All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Monster, episode 12. Ooh. We've learned a lot about Johan's childhood. We have learned a lot about Anna's childhood as well.
That's true.
And kind of what separated them initially.
Right.
They were different orphanages. But they also were found wandering like Romania together.
Czechoslovakia.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep.
Johan might have been experimented upon.
Yep, he did that whole thing with
leading
the uprising.
Yep.
Whatever that means. Whatever exactly, like what experiments would they have been doing on them is what I want to know. But,
jeez.
Yeah.
The kid that he saved from the abusive foster dad is in the hospital. Which is great.
Wasn't able to get him to the orphanage. Hopefully he doesn't end up going back to his dad, because even though he said, like, don't, if someone else tries to pick him up, don't let him go with them, they can't keep him there forever.
Yeah, also he tried to tell the attendants at the hospital to, like, don't let other people come in to see this kid that aren't like other hospital people, because stuff's been happening. But Tenma, we're not exactly sure whether or not he has left the city or if he's sticking around, so things could get a little bit interesting with this. But I think Tenma, now knowing what he knows, might go and try and find some more leads to connect him to Johan.
Yes.
But yeah.
He now knows part of how much he doesn't know.
Yes, seriously. All right, guys, well, this is going to be crazy. So without further ado, let's get into this episode and see what goes down.
Okay.
人間改造の研究
Alright.
コーチたちに徒党を組ませ、その中で彼らがどう憎み合い、どう争い合うかの観察。哀れみを全く感じない冷徹な人間をいかに生み出すかの実験。たった一人だけうまく経歴をごまかしてこの国にとどまれた人間がいるって。
厚生省の地区担当官。
最初は511キンダーハイムの院長の変死から始まった。その直後、教官たちの間で院長の後釜を狙っての勢力争いが起きた。院内は無政府状態になったらしい。子供たちの内部構想もコントロールできない状況だった。お迎えが来たわよ。
No. Come on!
やだよ！
ディータはいい子だろ？なんだって？私が帰ってくるまでディータを渡さないでくれって言ったでしょ！
でも自分から進んで彼についていったのよ。
時期はバラバラみたいだが、どれも同じ場所で撮ってる。どこだここは。
It's the
orphanage.
Yeah, the orphanage, There's
Johan.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
It's all gonna go down there.
この男は誰だろう？
Previous director.
Yep. This show knows how to chill you with just the slightest of sounds. Just a soccer ball going down the stairs gives you the burning? No, wait. What? What the heck?
ディーター！ディーター待ってろ！今行く！
この子には見えないらしい。
ハルトマン。
あの時ヨハンがここから見ていたものが
What the heck?
この子には見えないんだよ。
Saw? He's
ダ
like
メだ。
testing the
ま
boy.
たダメだった。
Oh my
No
god.
way.
No.
この子もヨハンじゃない。
Well, hey, at least now Tenma can, just kill this guy.
10年前の話だ。
Yeah, let it monologue.
教官も孤児も
Yeah.
50人全員が息絶えていた。
Jeez.
ヨハンはそれを眺めていた。
What the heck?
この場所から彼は眺めていた。
Are they actually gonna show us, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
ヨハンはただ眺めていたんだ。一体何をしたんだと。彼はこう答えた。こうして油の染み込んだ布を焚き火にかざしてね。この意味がわかるかね。人が集まると憎しみが生まれる。僕はそれにほんの少し油を注いだだけだよ。
Jeez.
こう言ったんだよ。わずか10歳の少年がだよ。そして彼はやってのけたんだ。
Yeah.
自分は指一本動かさずに50人もの人間を殺し合わせたんだ。
Okay.
あなたたちの実験が彼をそんな人間にしてしまったんじゃないか。
とんでもない。彼は生まれながらの指導者だ。彼は頂点に立つべき人間だったんだよ。私たちがあんな芸術品を作れるわけがない。
What the
彼は
heck?
最初から人間以上怪物のような存在だった。
Oh, they're bringing this up.
Uh-huh.
It
彼
wasn't
は予
us.
言した。
It was his
人間
nature.
は結局皆憎み合い殺し合う。
Okay.
ヨハンの目標は何だったと思うね。彼はこう言ったんだ。この世の終わりにたった一人生き残る
What
こと
the
だ
heck?
とね。
Okay. That's his goal. Just to survive the whole thing.
ディーター、お前も少しでもヨハンに近づかないと。なのに
Shoot him, Tenma.
Yeah.
どうしてダメなんだ。どうしてヨハンのようになれないんだ。
やめろハルトマン。
Yeah.
これ以上暴力を振るえば撃つ。
出て行ってくれ。これは私たちの問題だ。
Nope. Not
出て
happening.
行ってくれ。
ディーター、降りてくるんだ。
一つだけ情報をあげよう。その代わりそれを聞いたら私たちのことは放っておいてくれ。
Sure.
Yeah, just go along with whatever he says. Oh, that shot just.
Don't miss Tenma.
ウォルフ将軍を探せ。最初にヨハンの才能を見出したのは彼だ。きっとどこかで生きているはずだよ。
あなたの書斎にあったあの写真の男が
Oh, gotcha.
ヨハンと一緒に写っていたあの男か。
ヨハンを連れてきたのも彼だし、あの人なら何か知っている。
Okay.
Oh,
さあ
shoot.
言ってくれ。
ディーター、心配いらない。ハルトマンがライフルの引き金に指をかけたら私が撃つ。
Oh my god. Tension is killing me.
ディーター、
自分で決めろ。
私と別れるなんてできるわけないよな、ディーター。だってお前は私の子供だもの。
Come on, Dieter. Come
You can do
on.
it.
そういうわけだ、ドク
Come
タ
on.
ー・テンマ。さあ消えてくれ。
No, no, no. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Take the step. Yeah.
He can't. He will not shoot you. You're stronger than him. Yeah. Yes.
そうだ戻っておいで私の可愛い
You
デ
gotta
ー
shoot
タ
this guy, Tenma.
Well,
デ
I
ー
think he will if
私から離れて生きていけると思っているのかデ
from
ー
the hip he
タ
can't shoot like
やめろ
that.
ハルトマン
He needs to bring it up to his
No, I know.
shoulder.
But I think that's a
愛
shot.
している
Yeah, I know, but he's already pretty far away. Oh
世界は真っ暗だ
no, it is
明
not
日
an
は
abyss.
真っ
Come
暗なん
on,
だぞ
yes, yes.
End him, Tenma. He's gonna do this to other kids.
He will do it. He will do it.
勇気を持て怖くない
Oh, he brought it up. He's thinking about it. I think this guy's a coward. He's just
He's
gonna
gonna
break.
kill himself.
No, he's just gonna break. Yep,
デ
yep.
ータ
But yeah, he needed Dieter way more than.
データいいかい
Wow.
ここからバスに乗って9年通りで降りるんだ。すぐ目の前の孤児院だ。そこのエルナ・ティーツェって先生にこれを渡すんだ。見た目はおっかないけど根はすっごく優しいおばさんだ。元気でな。私は訳あって町には行けない。ここでお別れだ。サッカー上手くなるんだぞ。
I want to see this kid come back in
Yeah.
in the
yeah, kick
future
the soccer
with,
ball around with him and tell the bus.
ダメだ。
with like
私について
him
きちゃ
being
う。
older.
それ
Come on. He needs this.
Dieter.
He needs this.
ダメだって言ってるだろ。私についてきちゃ。私についてきちゃ。
Whoa, they're ending the episode here.
Is he gonna go with Tenma?
Whoa, they really wrapped that up.
They did.
Oh man, the final showdown at the orphanage, Kinderheim 511, yeah, was something that I didn't expect it to be a monologue about Johan.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Wow.
because I think Jacob and I talked about this. We have a little bit of a sensitive spot when it comes to
Yeah.
foster kids in particular. And this is the type of abuse where it goes beyond like anger on our part. Like I have to keep a level head a little bit because I know this is fictional and stuff, and it's ultimately just a story, but yeah, it hits pretty deep.
It does.
Tenma is a boss.
Yeah,
Tenma
like-
is the hero that Gotham deserves, you know, like
He's the hero Gotham doesn't even deserve. Like,
well, I mean, like he's the hero Gotham deserves and they need right now, kind
Right.
of thing. Like
Yeah.
his presence in this episode was big. There's a lot of recap, I think, in the beginning that kind of slowed things down a bit. But when you got into the bit of him basically doing whatever he can for Dieter, yeah, you really realize like how many specific themes they're actually going into here. Goes beyond just the the saving as many people as possible, like Anna told him to,
right.
but also just showing the potential for someone like Johan to have been saved if someone like this had come into his life, maybe.
Right.
And it just shows it makes Johan's story potentially sad, and they directly tried to combat that by having Hartmann talk about how Johan was
A monster
a monster,
even before he
more
showed
than
up.
human or evil before
Right.
he even showed up.
Right, and that was what the general guy or whatever the military
Noticed
guy
his
noticed,
potential.
and then brought him to the orphanage because of that.
Yeah, and that's a crazy thing is that they're getting into the nature and nurture argument again. And did you feel like did you feel like that them kind of passing this on to General Wolf is basically them saying that that's how it's going to be in the story. As they get closer and closer to really figuring out if they can answer the question, it's just going to get passed off with another question.
Sure, yeah, that I could totally see that being what it is. It could also just be that they somehow this show knows how to build up Johan and have Johan be the main antagonist of the story,
right?
Even when we don't really ever see him.
We don't really ever see him at all,
and that's
incredible.
That's incredible. Like just from as far as crafting stories and stuff goes.
Yep.
That's not easy.
It's monumental. It's a thing that other storytellers that go into the whole thriller, psychological kind of disturbing elements for their antagonists need to take a note.
Yes.
Or 50 from this show in particular. But a lot of there's a lot of info given on Johan's backstory, but there actually wasn't a lot that happened this episode.
No.
In particular, them telling us a lot of the things that Johan did and really how wrapped up in secret Kinderheim 511 was because of its connection to the East Germany's government. I wonder if this story is going to continuously go back.
I don't know.
Because this General Wolf figure, I feel like seems like this is going to be.
I feel like he'll be the last one.
Yeah.
Because I don't see them doing 3 levels deep for this.
Possibly.
Because then it would start to feel a little bit samey.
I mean, maybe the parents. The original parents,
Yes. Because, why were they on the border of Czechoslovakia?
Yeah, and isn't that supposedly where General Wolf found them?
Right.
Which then makes me a little bit curious.
So, General Wolf might know a bit about where they came from specifically.
Yeah, so I'm curious there. Also, I'd say right about now is where Tenma will either kind of find General Wolf and then he'll get some more info from there, or he'll start going straight to Anna.
Sure.
Try to find her next. I think Wolf's gonna give them a little bit of insight. Gonna give Tenma a little bit of insight into why Johan feels so attached to her in particular. Because in every time that they bring up the two of them together, there's some kind of bond that they share that's different, even different from the bond that Johan wants to have with Tenma in some sick, twisted way.
Right. I just want to say good job, Dieter. Good job, Dieter.
Yeah. That was tough because this show hasn't really done the horrible yet. The thing where they show the horrible thing happening. So I was really worried this was going to be it. I was really worried that this was going to be one of the times where basically the monstrosity of someone like Johan existing, even though his fear wasn't really gripping Hartmann at all.
Right.
Hartmann still acted in this way because of Johan's influence,
right,
in his life in the past, kind of in the way that Johan is somewhat of a perfect being according to Hartmann.
Yeah,
raised to be a leader, which now that I think about this show and I think about the whole part where I thought there might have been some kind of supernatural element to it, I can now see why I could have thought that. There's the whole revelations kind of connotations in the very first episode.
Right.
And then they're saying that he was born to be a leader. It's kind of, they're trying to bring up that whole child possessed by the devil kind of context there. But it's totally not going to be that. This is more of the thing of where people encounter something that they don't fully understand. So they try to put essentially their little labels on it to try and give some semblance of sanity back into their lives,
Yeah, and since no one can really understand Johan, they just label him monster.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm really curious if they keep it ambiguous with the nature versus nurture argument, because I'd like them to continually explore it in other episodic episodes.
Right.
Kind of like how they did with kind of like how they did with Dieter, but more so how they did in some of the even more episodic episodes previously. I liked the inclusion of bringing up specifically it from Johan's perspective, like he saw something, like he had that moment there where he gazed upon. That was some like
Red Woman stuff right there.
Oh, like, yeah.
Like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, and him like gazing upon the people in the orphanage as they all slaughtered each other.
That actually gave me like part like a Watchmen vibe, part the Stargate Universe guy. How in his introduction he goes up to the very top and he looks at like the chaos, and that's like his introductory shot.
I don't remember that, but okay. Yeah. Do you think that Johan's character is being built up in foreshadowing through this kid Dieter as someone that Johan could potentially save, or that it's more of along the lines from Hartmann's perspective where Johan can't be saved anymore, but the sad thing about it was that he could have been
back when he was like this, if he ever was like this at some point. Right. I don't know. What I really want to see is I want to see more of the stuff, because I feel like the only way they can, or the best way to get more into the whole nature versus nurture argument with Johan specifically, beyond General Wolf, because General Wolf, that I am very much looking forward to that conversation, however that goes. But specifically with Anna.
Yes.
Or Nina Fortner, as she's calling herself now.
Right.
Because I want to know what Johan was like before coming to the orphanage.
Right. I don't think she has any memory of that, though. I think that's one of the things that we're going to have to deal with. Maybe not. She will have those memories
blocked forever.
Almost blocked, like totally blocked forever.
Sure.
And if anything, it would be cool to see, if they do bring up those memories, have them slowly come back, not quickly, because I would like some of the questions to remain as questions for a long time. Specifically, now that they've kind of delved back into the nature versus nurture thing, the show really wants you to think that Johan is a monster from the get-go, which is why I can't actually fully go into it and buy that.
Right, because
because of my worldview essentially conflicting with that idea. I know that there are people that start off with some screws loose essentially, but those are more along the lines of mental illness and from like a genetic side of things, not something where you start off with a really like hyper intelligence that goes into full-blown sociopathy and all
and
that
okay,
other stuff.
What was that with the guy Hartmann said about Johan's objective to be the last living human on Earth, or
no, the last human living at the end of the world.
The last human
alive at the end of the world.
At the end of the world.
So Johan's going to cause the end of the world is his goal, and he could do that.
Yeah, but he
could do that. I feel like Johan is the kind of person, and since this show is going on for a decent amount of time, Johan's the kind of person who is going to understand almost scarily too much of what makes a human being.
Right.
And it will give him basically a near godlike powers in terms of being able to control others, which could put him in a like full on like political position with legitimate power.
Right. The thing that
I don't think that's going to happen.
The reason I'm not sure. Right. The reason why I don't think that's going to happen is because the stuff that he's been doing up till now hasn't seemed, as far as we know, to have too much of an objective. It seems like he's just basically testing his abilities.
I know. I don't think he's in a rush.
Right.
So it is all a part of his plan, Jacob.
I guess.
No, his goal right now is to understand fear.
Right.
That's step one.
Yeah,
step
the immediate goal.
One is you need to be able to have mastery over fear itself. And he's not as strong as he could be, Jacob. That's how terrifying Johan is to think about.
It's always a way to improve.
Well, yes, but that's the point, is that he is on a mission. He is specifically trying to get better at controlling others through fear. And we'll see like where that ends up leading him, but it's the kind of thing where if you project ahead like 10 years of his life, there's really nothing he couldn't do. Like
the whole thing of like the end of the world, I'm wondering if that's something that's kind of like whether he is being literal about that or not. Like is he planning on like contacting the different nations and starting a nuclear war or whatever because of, you know, just how influential he is, you know? Or is he talking about something different? Because that's a big statement.
And no, I think it's a big statement because of who he is.
Right.
It makes sense for him to say it. I don't think it's the kind of thing where he's not speaking in a hyperbole, Jacob. Like if you think that Johan in
I know what you mean.
Terrifying potential and his extreme intelligence would say something like that, the show chose to put, like, we could get meta about this, Jacob. We could get real meta about this. But the show chose those words, in particular, to scare us.
Right.
So that is where it's hyperbole.
Oh.
But in terms of plot for the story, no, it's not. But the thing is that we kind of know he can't really succeed. It's more of the thing of what damage will he do before he's stopped? What kind of person will he become along that way? What kind of people will he warp and twist along the way in his unholy, disgusting quest of ending the world?
And here's the other thing that could be a, you know, there is a way that the ending the world could not actually be his goal. It could have been that was simply something that he said to the Hartmann guy to manipulate him, to get him to, you know, to instill fear or awe or worship or whatever, and get him to keep doing this thing after Johan was gone.
Very possible. I don't think he would care that much, but
probably not.
I also think that there is a possibility that you're right in that he said what the guy wanted to hear. I don't really care about why he said what the guy wanted to hear. Johan manipulates. That's what he does.
Exactly.
The interpretation of it, I think, is kind of a moot point. Johan got what he wanted. He left the area. Everyone else is dead. There's almost no way to figure out anything really substantial about Johan's past now except through hearsay. And this is all from a 10-year-old kid, and now this 10-year-old kid is like 20. So it's pretty terrifying. Just a bit. Do you see anything? Do you see anything with Tenma potentially taking this kid? Like, do you see that this is an actual thing that will happen?
He's in the opening. That's the biggest thing that makes me think it might happen, and the fact that they made it ambiguous at the end, right?
Yeah.
You know, he keeps kicking the ball back to him, and he keeps saying, "I can't take you with me. I can't take you with me." But the kid doesn't say anything, and they didn't resolve that. I don't know.
I really want happiness for the kid, but I don't think Tenma can take him.
He can't.
Like, I think he might end up having him stick around, but I don't think the kid's sticking around for more than three episodes if that's the case. Like it's more of the thing of, okay, I will specifically, you know, risk my identity being discovered and take you to, you know,
the
someplace here or wherever. Maybe he doesn't want to go to the orphanage. Maybe he wants, you know, to be with Tenma. Maybe Tenma realizes that, like, you know, for a while, at the very least, he needs to, you know, stop thinking so much about doggedly going after Johan. I don't think that's going to work. Helping the one person in front of him save as many people as possible. He hasn't saved the kid yet. The kid is probably still needing a lot of help. I know Tenma's not the kind of person to, you know, be a trauma specialist and helping this kid through all the, you know, abuse and stuff that he's gone through, but
a little love goes a long way.
It does. So I'm not sure. I would say no. He's going to have to find some way to work things out with the kid without actually
because
having him stay with him.
You don't want a kid like that to meet Johan.
No, you don't want a kid like that to hang out with Tenma, who's wanted by the police either.
Well, yeah.
Like, let's be way more practical than that, Jacob. Who cares about Johan? Tenma has lung after him.
That's true.
Like, he has basically a Sherlock Holmes type mind palace detective after him. Which, by the way, I kind of missed Lung, and I know that people have gotten on me about the pronunciation. It's not lunge. It's not lung. It's like lung. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's something like that. But he has his own little mind palace thing where he like types in all the info that he's receiving and stuff. He can't have Dieter with him if you've got someone from the police that is hunting you, essentially.
I know this wouldn't be the best place for the kid to go, but there was, because I think the lady at the orphanage would actually be really good.
She would be amazing.
She would be amazing. But what popped into my head was he goes back to the guy that taught him how to shoot.
Oh, sure. That would be much safer, too.
It would be much safer, but, he probably wouldn't be able to get the kind of emotional support that he probably needs. But,
no.
But, yeah.
It would be a little bit weird. I think he would get the companionship, potentially, from the girl who's there.
But, yeah, that was just something I thought of. But, yeah, that probably wouldn't be the best thing.
Right, that would also be Tenma doubling back on a previous character where Lung was, which is statistically just a bad idea for Tenma, even though he doesn't know that.
And also the dude might not be right. He's not to take in a kid
because the previous kid was kind of a little bit out of obligation,
right,
for his own guilt, not necessarily about of love or anything like that. So. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that the show decided to leave that question open until the next episode. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see until that one.
Well, they do like to leave questions open.
Yeah, they do. But good episode, very intense, dark stuff going on with Johan and everything like that. And now we have a lead for General Wolf.
Right.
Yeah, sounds exciting. So guys, if you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You want early access, you watch full lengths there. There's all kinds of things going on in the Discord, like we got little factions going on there. You can chat with us about stories or what have you. All kinds of goofy stuff, karaoke, whatnot. And we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.